Village. It's just a bunch of like trombone music.
I would also like to pull out or like point out that like fucking bullywugs are still larger than three of our
Yeah,
members. They're like
they are
dwarf sized.
technically, yeah. Well, no, they're actually technically the same size as humans. I think in the book it says they're like between 5 and 6 feet, but
Holy
I
shit,
think
that's
it's I
horrifying.
think I think it's cooler if they're between like 3 and 4 feet. So
I was picturing them like between 4 and 5. So like
yeah,
dwarf sized, and yet you still have the fucking what is grung? Grung, and then these two fairies. It's like, oh god.
Oh, the
Giant
grung. Sorry, go ahead.
no, it's just giant frogs is all I was gonna say.
can
I was
y'all
gonna.
hear the music? Well, the sounds,
Ooh.
the ambiance.
Had a nice
Very
Mm.
ambiance.
Yeah. There's the.
on Beyonce. That was good.
Ambiance.
Beyonce.
Oh God.
Bless you.
All right. So, kind of just quick recap of last session. You all arrived in Downfall, made your way towards the king. Everyone that you ran into along the way was like, "Hey, you should go talk to the king." So you all made your way that way. On the way, you put out a bunch of little fires, and you ran into Clapperclaw and the talking heads on spikes. You made your way into the soggy court. And I will remind you that essentially where you're at right now is it's a mound. It's a large mound, and there's a bunch of these like huge white marble pillars sticking up out of the ground, forming a gazebo. You've got a bit of a thatched roof on the gazebo, and it's kind of askew. It's kind of half of it's sunken down, so it's a little bit wonky looking. And as you all made your way into the gazebo, uh, you find yourself amongst the soggy court. On a dais, a flabby bullywug wearing a crown of woven lily flowers sits on an ornate throne with his legs folded under him. He has a large leather bound book open across his lap and is mouthing the words he reads on the pages. Without looking up, he says, "Have you no herald to announce your presence before King Gullup the 19th?" He slams the book closed as if to punctuate his question, regarding you for the first time. A bunch of bullywug guards standing around him that were half asleep snap to attention and ready their weapons as you all make your way into the gazebo.
You said Tourmaline was shooting to the front, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as she's coming to the front, Chip is gonna cough. Introducing, and he's gonna hold up a hand, probably in the wrong direction of where Tourmaline is coming from. Tourmaline, the fairy, your Cernus, as she's darting forward.
He kind of ruffles his eyebrows, his froggy eyebrows. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a little picture to show you all. Uh, let's see here. Where are you at?
I knew what I was doing.
So yes, this is King Gullup, uh, and one of the nobles, and then he's also got this little crocodile pet next to him. But anyway, he furls his little froggy eyebrows at you and says, "You do have an air of royalty about you, my lady. Pray tell, what is it that gives me that impression?" Hmm. Ha. You are kind of like discerns you. A monarch of some kind?
Tourmaline just like stops a little bit in front of Chip. She flashes him like a brief smile as she passes. So he seemed to grasp the concept of what what was going on fairly fast. Um, and turns her attention back to the king and does a deep curtsy and pulls herself straight and kind of adopts that very kind of rigid posture that she's been using since she hit this bog area. And she kind of has this very tight smile. I appreciate your discernment, your majesty. I hail from the lands of the summer court.
The summer court. Whoa. What is it? You mean to tell me that you're from Sealy lands?
Yes, your majesty.
Hmm. I see. That was not exactly what I detected on you. I was detecting something different, but And what, pray tell, is my lady here to discuss with me?
We were...
And as essentially as the king seems to warm up to you, a servant, bullywug servants, begin to kind of come, and where's everybody else at, by the way? What are y'all doing?
Chip is standing kind of right next to Tourmaline with his hand over the other. He's acting as her guard, essentially.
Doc is standing like basically where he is right now. He wants to be able to see what's going on, and be able to comment on it if necessary, but just a little bit of distance, like the peanut gallery mode.
Oh god.
Don't worry about it.
Jenny has no idea what's going on. She's just standing there in case two things happen. Somebody comes after the snail like it's been... or if Doc does something.
So Roomba has made fast friends with Clapperclaw. So Clapperclaw is just sitting on Roomba and just like speaking really softly to him, like, "Oh, you're such a nice boy. You're so good." And so they seem to be pretty well occupied with each other.
Yay! Have a babysitter. I want to babysit two things though.
Rex is kind of standing behind everybody and just staring at this guy's hat. Open mouth.
What's Tattle doing?
Tattle, he's just like not too far from Tori. He's just like looking at her, command the situation. And he's like a bit in awe at her decorum and the way she has command over the situation. He's swooning a little bit.
Yeah, so as the king lets down his guard, the bullywug servants begin to come up to each and every one of you and like kind of like you are you're a friend of the lady, and as you say yes, you end up getting goblets. So each of you get a goblet filled with wine. So what I want to do here now is I want everyone to pick a number 1 through 6. It can't be the same number as someone else. So claim a number 1 through 6, please.
Ooh, I know what number I'm picking.
I really quick, whenever the dude walks over with a goblet full of wine, does he have a wine like bottle or decanter next with him?
We'll get there in a second.
Okay.
Let's do this
Number
first.
5.
All right, fine.
Okay, so type your number. Okay, so plague. Okay, so
That's
I
not
said
an option.
6. I said 6, not 8.
That's not an option.
Oh my god.
Tattle's just really distracted. He'll pick what's last, what's left over.
Okay, so you get 1.
Yeah.
Ah! And
Huh?
Tattle, what do you know? You look down into your goblet, and you don't see wine. You see something very unexpected. It's a folded note. Everyone else, you get wine in your goblet. And I know what you're all thinking. Well, everyone except for Tori. You're all probably thinking, I'm not going to drink something that some random royal people gave to me. But Tori, you would know that this is a gesture that's really commonplace in the Feywild courts, where like all visitors are treated as honored guests in accordance to the rules of hospitality. So the chances of it being poisoned are really none, because poisoning you would be an incredibly poor political move on the king's part. And as you all already know, he's already worried about his position as a king. So yeah. And no, there's no decanter or anything like that. They just bring you these goblets.
Gotcha. Quick, would Doc also know that little bit of courtly?
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
would, since you've spent so much time in the Feywild courts. Yes, you would know that as well.
Oh.
Okay.
So, like, Tourmaline would take a kind of a polite sip out of the drink, but she's not. She's been more than happy to drink on several occasions so far, but she is very clear, like, let's not.
Yeah, and as you kind of look down into your goblet at the wine, it is unlike any wine you've ever seen before. It looks murky.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like sediment settling to the bottom, some floating around,
Oh, it's sake.
The polite sip to like say she has enjoyed the hospitality, but that's about it. I want to know about this note, Tattle. Talk about the note.
Is it obviously like murky and like, or is that something only Tori noticed?
You can all make a perception. Tori has a very high perception, so you can all make perception checks if you want to look in your goblet and like investigate it.
Tori
I'm
notices.
gonna say
right
now. I'm gonna say right now, Rex drinks it without looking.
Yeah, I would say if you like honestly, I would say if you get a 5 or higher, you're gonna notice it if you just look. You know.
Okay.
Chip,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, Chip is gonna nod his head in receiving the wine, but he's not going to drink it because if he's playing the part of a guard, and he will not drink on the job.
Okay.
So
do we want to address Tattle's note first, or do we want to continue with Tori?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Tattle, how are you going to get this note without being seen?
He's got this under control. He knows what to do. He's going to pretend to drink and put the note, like slip it into his mouth, and then is there like a place to like? Can he just like turn around and do like a sleight of hand to pull the note out of his mouth and like turn his back to everyone?
Sure.
And just, like,
Yeah. Make a sleight of hand check. Okay. Sleight of mouth check.
Yeah. I know, right?
You got that good kind of lean.
Oh yeah, you got it. Nobody notices.
Mouth view.
Does Tori notice?
Well, Tori's perception is 17, I think, right?
Let me see. No, it is a 16.
Oh, okay. Well, it depends on if Tori's looking at you, which I don't think she is right now.
Yeah.
No.
Honestly, she is kind of distracted with not
frogs.
pissing off the frogs. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Tattle, you get the note out of the goblet and you open it up, and inside it says, "Find Illig, the Baron of Muckstump, at once. The revolution lives."
Thank God that's in common.
Okay.
Tattle.
It actually is in Sylvan, but
oh well.
You speak Sylvan, so.
Do I?
Yes, you're a fairy.
Oh no, I switched that out for like gnomish or goblin.
No.
Some stupid reason.
No,
oh my God! You just have a note, and you're just like,
Look,
Uh.
DMs call. You speak Sylvan. You are a fairy.
I
Add it back to your sheet.
I know a little something. I can get by. Okay.
I'm glad it wasn't Zenny because she couldn't read anyway. Like,
Ooh.
this is nice.
Viva la revolution.
Yeah, back to Tori.
He said something to me, and I forgot what he said at this point. What did he
Oh,
say?
what did he say?
Something about what
He said,
brings
like-
you here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
remember.
like
here.
asked you what? Yeah, why?
Okay.
Why you here, girl?
She does the kind of the polite sip of the wine and kind of nods to the servant that brought it, and well, we're passing through these lands, and we thought it would be best to pay our respects as we went through, as this is your kingdom, of course.
Yes. May I ask what brings you here? Why you're choosing to survey our lands?
Mm. We have a little bit of business to tend to with Scabatha and her like here. The
Scabatha, Bavlorna. He gets very nervous, and he kind of like holds the book a little bit closer to him. What business do you have with Bavlorna?
Oh, trust me, we're nothing to bother you with. It's personal business of our own.
Well, actually, allow me to speak with you privately. Your guard, of course, can come. Your coterie may gallivant amongst the court as they wish, enjoy themselves here. I have a proposal for you that I think, could work out for both of us.
She there's a pause, and she glances at Chip, and then she turns around and kind of like looks over her shoulder at the others, and then looks back at the king. That's
Zenny just gives you a thumbs up.
very generous. Let me just speak very quickly with my companions, and then we will have our chat.
Very generous monarch you are indeed.
And she immediately turns around, goes to Zinni, and like leans in close, like, watch Doc.
Doc is gonna like raise his eye. Are you saying this like notice like stage whisper?
I mean, he can notice if she wants.
Okay.
She does not care. She is
Okay. Doc is going to like raise his eyebrows and be like, "Oh, don't worry about it. You can watch me because I'll be going with you."
Oh.
Zenny would just grab your shoulder, Tori, and be like,
Oh.
"You got this, Your Highness," and cast guidance on you.
I think I should stay with her. If I'm going to be playing the part of the guard.
Yeah, so
Um,
I think he was inviting Chip and Tori. Is what I
Oh,
was
Doc
gathering.
knows.
well, Tori, I have a good time with the king. I'll be missing you. Hopefully you'll be back soon. We can have some more of that wine.
She kind of looks at like the one sip drunk goblet in her hand still, and she's, I'll be back soon. I promise.
Tattle will see the say. Tori, want me to get that drink for you? And Tattle's gonna like offer to like take her cup so she doesn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, she'll hand it over.
Tattle will try
Such
and
a
do
gentleman.
he will try and do a sneaky switcheroo, like, and give her the note and
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't give her
Just
the
do it.
revolutionary note. She's going to go tell
Do
to
it.
the king.
Do it. Do it.
Well, if no.
That
Do
that
Do
do
it,
what your
Witch.
What's
character
the
would
worst that
do.
could happen?
Hell yeah. Yes.
Yeah, well, we're still talking amongst
Together.
ourselves. Yeah, we're still talking to ourselves.
But she was only really trying to do a quick conversation, but
Uh,
do what you gotta do. We're gonna see how fucked we're about to be here in a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the king's like goes like you hear like from behind you like
You need to get going, Your Highness. And she's like kind of turning Tori around nicely and be like, you need to.
Okay, so let's clarify here. Did Tattle give Tori the note and or did Tori take it?
I like to think that Tattle was gonna give it to her. He takes the drink, and his other hand is gonna go to like hold her hand, only to like, well, not just to hold her hand. That would be nice, but like also to pass the note on. But Zinni would be like, "All right, there you go, darling," and like turn her around,
Yeah.
spin her around. So Tattle
Or you have the
just passed
chance to
it
give
on.
it to her?
Right. But it
Nice.
just looks like Tattle, it just looks like he wanted to hold her hand and maybe say something else, but like she's already gone. She's got important things to do than just hang out with Tattle, and he just looks sad.
Oh my god, he's so evil!
I feel
Oh.
bad, but then at the same time, as she's getting spun around and pushed back towards the king, she is going to shoot one last death glare at fucking Doc.
Doc follows you like it's no big deal.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Just
Wait,
raises
he-
his eyebrows and smiles.
Oh no. Doc is going with the
Zinni!
Oh yeah.
Zinni!
Zinni is probably the only one here has no idea
He-
what
Oh.
all this hierarchy is. She's just like, yeah, go ahead.
As
Yeah.
you start walking away, Doc looks back to Zinni and he just goes, "Be right back, countryside," and he'll start following Tourmaline.
He just does this like eyeball thing, like points to her eyes and then points to you.
Yeah, so as the three of you
I'm in pain.
approach the king goes, my lady, the garden. Who is this? And he looks
And he yells
behind
out,
you
the
at Doc.
jester.
Your jester.
Close. Your frogliness. Oh, before I walk up in front of the king, Doc obviously did not drink the bog water. So like as he's walking, he'll move past Zinni, and then like one really fast motion, toss the water over his shoulder and like away, so it so it's just gone. Like the thing that you've seen kids do
Right.
to try and ditch their food.
Right. Now,
So he's-
are you doing this within eye shot of the king, or are you trying to hide that from him?
I am trying to hide it from him.
Okay, so he won't see it.
Okay. But if any of the other players want to see it, that's fine. But Doc is not drinking the bog water. But he'll address his frogliness and say, think of me like an advisor. Court advisor.
Ah, I see. Well, follow me. And he turns around, and two guards escort him and you. And I mean, you don't even really go that far. You go like over on the other side, like just like to off to like a quiet little place, kind of off. Off to the side.
Step into my
Uh,
office.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we're gonna actually kind of cut scene back to the ones left at the court. What are you all going to do now? Please move your tokens as you wish.
Rex
There
will walk over to Zinni and be like, "So what do we do now?"
There are a bunch of nobles, these noble bullywugs, sitting on cushions around the throne, essentially, and they're just like lazily sitting there, eating, catching flies out of the air, stuff like that. They're just chilling, drinking, being court people, you know.
I think we could just sit here and just kind of sit tight, I guess, and be quiet. So
That being said, like Tattle, are you going to share the note that you found with?
Tattle's super sad. He doesn't know what to do with these emotions. He just is leaning against, I guess, a pillar or something.
Sure.
Maybe looking off into the swamp, holding the cup, swirling it a bit, and like taking sips. Wondering
And
how much
honestly-
alcohol content is in the thing.
And honestly, Tattle, you probably like you're from Unseelie lands, so like this probably tastes like home to you, like something that you would definitely get from the Unseelie.
Oh
like,
god. Tattle's
yeah.
having some memories and like PTSDs.
Oh no.
Tattle's just quiet and chill right now, just looking off into the swamp.
the swamp.
Wamp.
How's your leg, Rex?
Better. It doesn't feel great, but he just kind of shrugs.
Hmm. Well, I can fix it again in just a minute. I kind of want to see what's going to happen.
Oh yeah,
Right.
no, I'm good to go with whatever is going on here.
have no
Zinni,
clue.
you notice Tattle sitting by the pillar, looking sad, kind
Oh,
of
Extra emo.
despondent look in his eyes.
1,000-yard
So,
stare.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
hey, what's going on in that head of yours?
Tattle just like looks over to Zenny, takes a moment, sighs. He's like, nothing in particular, Zenny. Just had a lot on my mind, but there's actually something interesting. Well, and he just like looks to see if there's any frogs in earshot. Are
They're
there?
they're not really paying attention. No, they're just chilling.
Tattle does a like, hey, like come a little closer, like bend over so I can whisper in your ear.
Yeah, she'll
Hey,
slowly
little
get
mama, let me
lower
whisper in your ear.
Tattle goes on his tiptoes and tries to whisper in Zinni's ear.
Yeah,
And
she'll bend over to listen.
so darling, I got a note in my cup.
Mhm.
It said something. It said, find Illig, the Baron of the Muck Stump. At once, the revolution lives. So I think there might be something afoot here in this court. We might have stumbled into, I don't know what was the word, like some sort of political intrigue. Yeah, a coup.
Well, I she'll like wave Rex over. Rex.
Oh, what's up? And he'll do his best to kind of get low and close.
He's like twice the size of Zinni and triple the size of
Yeah.
Tattle.
And now Zinni will get up on her tiptoes.
Tattle's gonna take a running jump and like climb Rex to like whisper in his ear.
You have wings.
Yeah.
Uh,
You forget
So much
sometimes.
better. this way,
I
though.
love the archetype of fairy that refuses to use his wings. It's hilarious. Actually, let me take that flying icon off of you.
okay. So Rex, we probably stumbled into a coop. Not a
Not a chicken type, but like the
Oh, okay.
yeah. Spelled COUP, I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
My
Why would
Sylvan
you-
my Sylvan's
okay.
a bit rusty, but you know.
there's some stuff that I don't know, that's political stuff that I'm not used to, but sounds like something's about to go down, and somehow or another we're getting ourselves into it somehow.
At the heart of this mystery, it revolves around this fella named Illig. He's some sort of baron of the muck stump. And yeah, I guess he's probably leading the revolution. I wonder if this Gullup is not so nice. He could be a pretty naughty frog. So
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
do you think we should meet him and at least kind of hear what he says? Because I mean, this seems pretty commonplace by those talking heads. It's like seems to happen every couple of weeks.
Yeah, that sounds like they kind of have like a revolutionary rolling door kind of situation here.
Yeah.
Tattle just has a mean face. He's like, it has nothing to do with us, right? What they do. I mean, who knows that Gullop, he could be evil. He could be I don't know. Tori's in there with I don't know. I'm a little worried about Tori all of a sudden.
I mean, I'm worried about that too, but there's that whole saying of, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Like, I don't know. I'm not dismissing anything without at least talking to the mug.
Look, but here's the
whatever.
thing: if you scratch somebody's back and they got warts that are contagious, you might get warts all over your hand too.
I mean, yeah, but
He's got a point. That's a good point.
but you won't know until you see him, right?
Look, what true?
Oh, if you have warts, you know.
I mean, but you've got to. They're not going to jump off of him and get on you. Is what I'm saying.
we don't know. We saw them little embers jumping around the place.
Y'all are derailing this so fast. It's
I know,
hilarious.
If little embers can jump all over the place, well, why can't little warts
But
do?
what if they will offer to help us with you know who and the other two you know who's?
Scabby Wabby.
Yeah, like don't you think there's a lot of little look around. There's like they have armies. I'm just saying.
True.
Aren't they terrified of them though?
Of one, I don't know about the other two.
I mean, I kind of assume if one of them was going to terrify them, then they're all pretty terrifying.
I don't know if I can fully trust anyone from the Soggy Court.
Well, that's true about everything here, but I'm just saying, instead of use or be used, you know what I'm saying? It's like a thing. I don't know. I'll be with whatever you guys are thinking.
I don't know either. I'm just a little worried. But whatever, Tori's kind of leading this political diplomacy sort of rigmarole.
I guess
So
we'll just wait and see.
Yeah, I have faith in
Can I-
whatever she decides on doing, what she
Can I
settles on.
make a suggestion? We should probably get rid of the note so we don't get caught with it.
All right. Well, I'm a step ahead of you, man. Tattle's gonna eat the note.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Oh my
I
gosh.
knew it. And
Tattle's probably the smartest one out of us right now.
and
Wait, Tattle's the what?
I have a -1 intelligence, and I think Rex does too. So you're probably like talking to.
This is what happens when you like. Hey, let me ask all my dumbest friends for advice.
That's right. That's true. We're the.
So Tattle's 16 intelligence, 8 wisdom. So it's like.
Zinni's got good wisdom, just not good intelligence.
Oh my god.
so while half of our party decides what to do with this information that they have just come across, we will cut back to a tiny little outcropping here. It's a little bit more private, and the king sits upon another lavish throne, and there are cushions around, and he invites you all to sit down and says, so, if you're going to see Bavlorna anyway, well, I have some news for you. Only members of the Soggy Court can speak with Bavlorna. But I happen to have her book here. It came into my possession a few hours ago, and it's being said that it was stolen by me. It was not stolen by me, and I think that perhaps if I could send you all to Bavlorna with the book, you could tell her that I didn't steal it and that. I just kept it safe for her. But you must be members of the Soggy Court, of course.
Doc is trying really hard to suppress a smile on his face. Just like stifling, trying to make sure that he doesn't start giggling. Because this whole thing is this dude is a fucking joke.
Meanwhile, Tori is still trying towards diplomacy, despite this jackass. I'm pretty sure she can just feel that energy coming off of Doc, and
Oh,
she's
it's-
just like,
It's coming. It hasn't gotten here yet, but it's coming.
She's got the you can see the countdown over her head of like, okay, I have to figure this shit out before he opens his mouth, and then I have like 3 turns to do this. And she listens and kind of keeps that kind of tight, pleasant smile on her face as she listens. She nods. Well, if only those of the Sagi court can talk to her, well, certainly you could perhaps present us as representatives of the Sagi court if we're going to be doing a favor for you.
Well, yes, you join the Soggy Court, and we will have our tailors make up some very nice, some better clothing for you all.
Hmm. Better clothing. Okay, that's interesting. He looks at Tori and just goes, "Go on, continue. Don't mind me."
Chip is gonna raise his hand to Tourmaline as to speak.
Yes, Chip?
While we might not be the same, we are very similar. Perhaps if you give me a seat on your court, being a similar species, I should be able to speak with her, and it will be able to smooth things over with her very quickly.
You would go to Bavlorna alone?
Well, if only members of the Soggy Court could speak with her, and if I am a member, I'm sure taking the others along with me shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Hmm.
If this is all right with you, my lady Tourmaline.
Tourmaline just kind of gives a small nod. That might be a wise path. I'm not so certain that my lady would quite enjoy me sharing between 2 different courts. I'm sure you understand, Your Majesty.
Make a persuasion check.
Remember, you have guidance. Da-da-da-da-da.
Persuasion. Ooh, I don't get to roll this very often.
don't either.
Yes. D4.
The king nods. Ah, yes, I understand. Quite a conundrum. Ah, I have an even better idea then. My lady, are you currently betrothed to one from your court?
Doc, if he was
Wait, I
drinking
don't want-
something, would have had a spit take. He just immediately just steps back.
Meanwhile, Cattle has like a issue going, like it's his head, nose itches.
Yeah, cut to outside. I've got the feeling something very dumb is happening in there.
Like, Tourmaline 100% freezes and her eyes get huge. I appreciate the offer of what is being implied, Your Majesty. I truly do. But
Could you just imagine the alliance that would make? I mean, come on.
Like, what's not to love? Oh,
Politically, it's a very lucrative move for me.
certainly is, but unfortunately that would have to be something that would be how do I say this? I legitimately not. My brain just went blank. Something that would have to be negotiated much higher up than I am.
I see. Well, look, as it is, Pavlona will not give audience or even allow anyone into her cottage that does not belong to the Soggy Court. So, one of you may go if only one of you wishes to join us. But if all of you want to go,
Well, what would be
Well-
required to join your court?
If all of us want to go, somebody needs to marry someone in your court. Who specifically? I'm so curious to know. Which one of these fine frogs is an eligible bachelor?
well, I was offering my hand to the lady in question, but
Doc
it's
just busts out
obvious.
laughing
It's
at him.
obvious, yeah. So he like the, so the king like just gets really flustered and angry, and
Ah!
he says, it's apparent. It is apparent that you are a poor lady when you can't even keep your servants in line. Guards, seize them. And a bunch of guards, a bunch of bullywug guards come and shackle you.
Doc he's trying to ameliorate the situation, but he can't. He's laughing too hard.
Shackle
Even while they're putting
Doc
cuffs
or
on
shackle
him.
everybody?
They shackle everyone.
Before they go to shackle Tourmaline, Chip is gonna stand in front of her, and he's going to shout to the king, "Sir, please forgive his transgression. I'll make sure he is dealt with properly. If you would give us just a moment to discuss your proposal further."
The king waves his hand and says, "No deal," and the guards
They're inching.
put hand. Well, no, they go ahead and they clap them on you.
As soon
Doc?
as Tourmaline
Unless y'all want to try to like fight them before they clap them on, it's up to you.
I mean,
I
as soon as
am-
Tourmaline sees somebody heading towards her with shackles, she is taking off. She is flying straight up.
I'm gonna look to Tourmaline for confirmation that I see her fly, and I'm gonna mutter under my breath, "Damn it, Doc!" And I'm going to smash my hands together before they can get close and grow huge.
Doc, I want him to look at the king and be like, "Your Highness, you need to chill out. We're all friends here," and I want to cast suggestion.
Okay.
I do not need my hands to cast that spell.
All right. Let me see here. There's no stat block for this dude.
Mm.
You can use a noble, maybe just noble
What is
or
it?
bullywog.
What save is it? What kind of save is it?
It is a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Meets it? Oh.
Who's rolling? Why do I keep hearing the roll 20?
Because people are typing in there.
Oh,
talking.
okay. I gotcha. Yeah, so he gets a 10. So what was your suggestion?
His suggestion is that he should just calm down, effectively.
Okay.
We're all friends here.
He kind of like, he looks a little confused as the bullywug guards kind of look to him for guidance, and he's like, I am calm. I still wish for you all to be arrested."
Well, hold on. Slow down. Let's be reasonable about this. I had my outburst, I had my fun. But you should know that's just, It's just kind of the way that I am. But it doesn't reflect on the
Extremely
court.
disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful. And quite frankly, doesn't make your lady look like a very strong leader.
His eye twitches and he just goes, "Firstly, I am only really like a friendly advisor. She's not technically my lady."
And then, why are you in her employ?
Again, friendly association. We share mutual goals and some alignments and just kind of working side by side. Just kind of makes sense.
In the
But if
whole
you must
movie.
know, the one who is more appropriately would be the one who I serve. That would be Venestra.
Veranestra, you mean?
Verenestra, yes. Verenestra.
Yes. Lady Titania's daughter. What of her?
Do you want to, do you really think that I couldn't, play this whole courtly fucking joke of a game with y'all here if I wasn't already above it in some way? To be perfectly honest, I saw all of your previous. He just hand waves towards the heads on sticks. Laters. So I can't imagine this court's very stable. How many RV are there? 15?
He just kind of like rolls his eyes and waves his hand a little bit.
So, listen, friend. You're probably through 2 or 3 bad decisions away from having a big problem on your hands. And he'll look to Chip. I was being metaphorical, but I also am being literal too.
Glaring at him.
So, since you're calm, do you still want us to be arrested, or are you going to think about this reasonably? And just help us get to, Bavina?
I can help you get to Bavlorna. Sure.
Without the marriage, please. I can't.
Fine, no marriage.
Oh,
But you still must look the part. Will you return if you return the book, we can make a deal.
He'll, is Tori still above everything?
Yes.
Doc will look up to Tori, and then he'll shield his eyes because he doesn't want to look up her dress.
No, her dress is so poofed up and like has so many layers and stuff that it's
Oh,
impossible.
okay.
That's part of the design of it.
Doc looks up and he just goes, "What are your thoughts about this, Gumdrop?"
Mm,
And also, how did Tori react to hearing that about?
she didn't really react super strongly at the moment. However, she is also
Triggered?
yeah, she is kind of triggered. She kind of looks a little bit shell-shocked, to be honest. She's gone from the tightly controlled, trying to be courtly, to she is now very obviously deeply uncomfortable. And she's kind of shrunk a little bit.
Gumdrop?
We'll do what we need to do to get where we need to go.
Oh, there you have it. Get your, Tyler toads. Or frogs. I don't know what you more closely align with.
Excellent. He holds the book out to Tori and says, "Only your hands and eyes may touch this, please."
She'll kind of dart down and take it and then fly up above everybody again, out of reach.
Yeah, so the on the book itself, it's a kind of faded leather book. It says the Big Book of Bad Blood on it.
Shit, this is her book, huh?
Oh.
I thought he was bluffing.
She
Cut
she
to us
looks at
back
it,
outside.
but
Yep, I bet whatever's going on in there is really smart.
she kind of looks at the cover, but that she doesn't open it at the moment. She just kind of like tucks it like to her chest with both arms.
And the king kind of claps his hands, and servants make their way over to you all to escort you to a location where you'll get tailored. To the party that's outside, you see the other half of your party coming back into view with what looks like servants on either side of them, and they escort you over to the rest of your party. And you have all been reunited. And they begin taking you off to another side of the gazebo.
As Doc looks over and sees everyone coming, like the reconvene, he just gives everyone like a really big thumbs up. Just got it taken care of. Not a single problem.
Then he just squints like suspicious.
Meanwhile,
I
shell
don't like that
shocked
he's feeling
Tourmaline
optimistic.
is still above everybody. she's not coming down anywhere near anybody's reach.
Let's see here.
Doc will like raise an eyebrow, look up at Tourmaline. He wants to say something, but he thinks that she's just really mad at him for being so brazen in court. So he just kind of shrugs it off as like, she'll yell at me later. That's fine.
The servants escort you over to another kind of little private little alcove, and they begin taking out measuring tapes and measuring all of you in a very just not give a fuck way.
And she's like, Tourmaline, darling, what is all this for? And she's like,
Oh, are we getting new outfits? Are we getting a makeover?
Apparently, we have to look a certain part.
Do they do this in all the courts? Do we have to change every time?
Not every time. Every court's got their own little twist on whatever bullshit they make up.
Just let's the little froggies measure.
Big froggies. They're tall.
I honestly don't know if Tourmaline's gonna like actually come down for them to measure her. It's an issue.
I want to know how people are measuring Rex.
They have to take 2 tapes and hold them back to back.
Yeah, they have to like jump up on your shell and like hold on with their sticky pads while they measure you.
Sticky pads in their frogs.
Jake, you're pulling on my thing. Can you stop?
Yeah, and the outfits you're all, equipped with. I would like you all to describe them, but keep in mind that they're going to be kind of shabby. So please describe to me kind of what your outfit looks like, but keep in mind that it's not going to be pristine. It's going to have a certain kind of aesthetic to it.
A little
Much like,
slumpy.
yeah.
How long will the ordeal take? Like we
It'll probably take about an hour for them to measure and make clothes and fit you with them.
I'll go first.
So I mean,
Rex-
you all may also do like a little role play montage as well if you want.
Doc
You said you were gonna go
refuses.
first.
Oh yeah, sorry, Rex.
No, go ahead.
Just during the whole process, Doc will take off his leather, the long coat that he wears. That's really already kind of shabby and beat up. But whatever outfit they make for him, he will put that jacket over top of it and will refuse to not. Jacket stays.
Fine. I suppose it's good enough.
I'm
What
thinking.
is?
I'm
Yeah.
thinking full on tuxedo for Rex.
Yeah.
But like the jacket is like stretched over the spikes on a shell, and it's like a couple of sizes too small, so there's a couple of spikes poking through the fabric, and then like the maul is just like kind of unceremoniously like sticking out of one end of it. One of the pant legs only goes down to his knee. That's it. That's all I got.
I'll go next. Chip. He loses his wraps. And he loses his tabard. He's going to get like a since they're frog people, they kind of know frog anatomy, so he gets a nice,
Yeah.
dirty looking button up shirt. Because
Yeah.
they may be dropped into the ground a few times just to spite
He
him.
looks pretty fly. Fits him well.
He has a bow tie that's crooked, and
Aww.
he has like the white gloves that like butlers have and things. He has a pair of those, but they're also kind of like a bit dirty.
Yeah.
And then over that he's wearing like almost like a butler's vest thing. Like he looks like a bartender that's very shabby.
Cool.
Yeah, he also as they finish doing that, he's going to like draw a little lily pad on like the vest a little bit.
Cute.
Doc, I'll go next for Doc. Because he refuses to wear an outer jacket that isn't his own. They dress him in, as best they can, something to complement it underneath, and it ends up looking like a high, straight-collared, kind of simple, flat-colored shirt with like dirty gold trim. It's supposed to be this robust black and gold type of very sort of military, but also a little bit of a bellhop kind of vibe. But it's got that dingy swampness to it. And it is otherwise just very very simple black with there's also certain parts of it that like the little bits of gold trim are just missing from
Yeah.
being damaged.
I guess Zenny is in some sort of, I guess since we're with the bullywug, some kind of like sage green type poofy monstrosity. Like with big poofy ruffled sleeves and ruffles
Nice.
all on the bottom that kind of go all the way to the ground, and she keeps stepping on it. So like, and they all
Almost like
ruffles.
Cinderella, but swamp aesthetic.
Yeah.
We
And
100% expect art of this now.
Oh no! Stop that! Stop expecting art for free.
No, I want to see her draw Zinni as this gigantic
poof.
poof.
And she totally keeps stepping on it, so it's tattered at the bottom, so it's going to get even more tattered. And you hear rip, rip.
It's the hooves.
Yeah.
There's no saving it.
Tourmaline, after seeing your friends get all gussied up, Do you want to join the fun?
No, but she does it
Look how much-
anyway.
Yeah.
They
Is that-
actually don't do a whole lot to your outfit. They kind of add on some extra finery and things like that, but for the most part, you're already kind of dressed in an acceptable way.
Oh, so her outfit is drab and messed up. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, excuse me. She had nice traveling clothes on, thank you. She performs
Well,
in this
you
shit.
no, you said that she had like that her skirt is made up of like patchwork stuff, right?
No, it's literally
Oh.
just layer after layer after layer of just different colored
Oh yeah,
cloth.
that's
And so it's just like from underneath it just looks like a fucking rainbow that poofs out around her essentially. And then she has essentially a poofy white shirt on and a kind of a black kind of underbust corset that she wears and like really
Gotcha.
really high boots. So that's
Excellent.
her normal wear.
Yeah, and it's pretty close to what, corset, big poofy skirt. They probably lengthen the skirt a little bit or possibly even give you a new skirt that you can wear over your poof so that it still poofs out, but you have like, the length to it, the courtly length.
Mm.
Sorry.
Doc will look over and see that she's visibly uncomfortable, but still try to be nice, and he'll just say, "Oh, at least it's not a wedding dress."
And she visibly flinches and deflates a little bit more.
Oh, come on! I thought I did good back there.
There's no comment or reaction.
Yeah, so the tailors leave, and one of them before they leave goes, "The king would like me to inform you that you're welcome to stay at the Soggy Court for however long you see fit, and rest up if you do so see fit. You may also go to the Sinking Palace if you wish, from as per his Majesty."
Thinking palace.
What's at the palace? Tell me about the palace.
So, the Sinking Palace. Let me grab the.
Is that the next big thing on the little boardwalk?
Possibly. Yeah, so the Sinking Palace, from what I can gather, is like it's sort of just like an area. It's like almost like a fancy club type of deal, where members of the noble court or of the Soggy Court can go, and rest, gossip, have some tea, have some, some drinks, things like that.
I
It's a place for leisure.
Oh, I'm way too dumb for that.
did something out of character. I typed up a thing.
Oh?
I was gonna do like a Disney musical like scene.
Oh no! Let's hear. I'm so pumped.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me get some popcorn.
Y'all cool with that?
Did we do Tattle's outfit? Did I skip you, Tattle?
Yes, you
Technically,
did.
yeah.
Oh,
It's okay.
You also skipped Roomba.
You
my
did skip
God.
Roomba. Can Tattle help Roomba get into an outfit?
Just give
They
him
are not
like a
going to
little
they're
like a
not
collar
going
and
to
bow
dress the
tie.
snail.
Yeah, bow tie, top hat. It'd be so cute.
So can this be how it looks?
You could,
when it's done?
you could totally like ask for a top hat and bow when like while they're like dressing you.
Like, yeah, Tattle gets dressed. He seems a little like discontented with the outfit. he might try to do some like sneaky stuff, like take a few things of cloth and stuff to make his own outfit after he like leaves and the other party members are getting dressed. He might look in a window and he's like, oh, they kind of look all nice. And then he'll talk to Roomba and like make an outfit for Roomba as he's talking. And he's like, he uses artificey skills to like make his own weaver's kit and like starts weaving his own outfit, like custom made to better fit him and like his mission. So he looks more like a nicer prince than like a soggy, like a really shittily clothed dude. So he's putting this top hat on Roomba and he's talking to Roomba. He's like, "Oh, I really hope Tori likes my outfit, Roomba. Who am I kidding? She's so noble and fancy and well, Roomba, come on, look at me. I'm so dull and nah, I won't go there. You know what, Roomba? I'm gonna show her that I can be a prince. Yeah. Check this out, Roomba. And then I'm just gonna have a little Disney cutscene with Roomba as I'm dressing him and myself. And my outfit gets better and better and more fancy as I sing. And I'm like, tonight's the night. I'll be a prince. I hope I don't make the other shout and wince. If I break out and dance, now's my chance to be a prince. Now's my chance for lighthearted romance. A soggy guy who's followed by a fly. Come on, tattle, don't cry. Be happy. Follow your heart, cause it won't lie. Just be a prince. Just act the part. Don't be so weird. It's my new start as a froggy, soggy prince.
Yo,
Hey!
please, for the love of God, take inspiration for that.
I have it already. I have it, but I
have
I
another
appreciate it.
inspiration.
Another
Two
one.
inspirations.
So my outfit was all like loose fitting before, but at the end of the song, it's like tight fitting, extra fancy, and I look like the picture I posted, just like a green
A
dressed
Disney
prince.
prince.
Yeah, I'm a Disney prince
Yay.
with the sash and everything. Yeah, perfect.
So here's how I'm imagining this. So Tattle kind of sneaks off and does this like whole musical montage. So while that must have taken a little while. So while he's doing that, what are the rest of you doing? Are you gonna hang out here at the Soggy Court? What do you?
Tori wants to get as far away from this fucking king as she can.
Doc is gonna go over to Zinni. And he's gonna like tug at the collar around his neck that's a little too tight and kind of damp for some reason.
do?
I assume they just pulled fabric off of the ground.
Yeah, probably.
So he'll go over to Zinni and he looks probably about as earnest as Doc can look. And he'll say, "Hey, so like things turned out pretty good when we went over there. Don't know if you saw. Chip got big and I laughed at the king in the face. It was a trip. You missed out. But I think something's up with Tor." And he looks over her shoulder to see if he can find Tourmaline, and he doesn't. He's like, "She's I've kind of expected her to yell at me, and she hasn't yet. And I don't know if that means it's coming or
Yeah,
it's
that's
building."
usually pretty bad when you expect someone to yell at you and they just be quiet. That's usually rage.
Doc looks
you want me to
visibly
try
like,
to-
"Oh shit."
You want me to try and talk to her?
I would, yes, please.
Okay. I'll do my best. I don't know what you did, so I don't know if I can smooth things over or not. But
I just told you what I did. I
no,
laughed
you
at the
didn't.
king,
You
but I
me
told him.
what you said. What I would have saw, not what I would have heard.
Well, I mean, okay. What you didn't hear is I told him that, well, the court that I was from, which is technically so he wrongly assumed that we were all part of Tori's court, and I had to correct him because I can't. Well, I mean, really, it'd be disservice to my lady not to. So I did, and I also kind of threatened him, but it worked. Not like earnestly threatened him, just kind of impressed upon him the size and severity of the group we're dealing with and the type of courts that I
Yeah.
come from.
So
Compared to
come
this,
correct or be corrected. That's what you did.
that is a lovely, lovely phrase, and I'm going to use that for the rest of my life. That is exactly what I did.
Okay. So, but how did that did that put her in a position where it was?
I think I saved her because that weirdo, and Doc is pointing at the king. He's not
like grabbing his
shouting.
hands and putting his hands down. Stop doing that. I don't think that's supposed to be. I don't think you're supposed to be pointing at people.
Oh, you're right, but I'm really just not impressed with them. Either way, but that weirdo over there literally wanted to marry her to make the whole thing official. So I thought it would be in our best interest to scare the shit out of them and just make them do what we want. The best
So you
that I could
saved
get.
her, but in a way, like pissed her off. I got it. Okay.
Yeah, that is exactly it. Twice now I've saved her. Except, well, not only we all kind of saved each other the first time with the rabbits.
Okay.
But anyway, he just kind of does this, shake his head and waves his hand and just goes, but yeah, she's not yelling at me, and that gives me a lot of concern.
It should. It should. I will go speak with her.
When you say it should, his face goes from like, oh man, to like, oh no.
I'll see what I can do. I'm not gonna make any promises. You're not supposed to make promises anyway, but I'm gonna see what I can do.
Before you go, you hear him like knock on the top of his book. He knocks twice on it, and then boops you on the nose and casts guidance. Just a little bit of good luck.
Okay, thank you.
That's so cute.
You never know if you're gonna need it. It's weird to be on the other end of that, isn't it?
She just kind of hikes up her skirt and kind of walks toward Tori.
Yeah, where's Tori at now?
She has found, if she's having to wait on people, she has found somewhere off the ground, out of reach. And
Okay,
she is just, like, kind of curled up almost, sitting there, just like, still holding the book. She hasn't opened the book yet. She's just kind of watching.
So I'm gonna say that you find a place to sit on the side of the. You remember how I said the gazebo is kind of half sunken, so like it's kind of at an angle. So you find like the kind of lower side of the roof. That's kind of farther because most of the bullywugs have gathered in the side that has more open airspace. So you find your way. I'm gonna say you are right here. Kind of sitting on the awning of the roof.
You just hear Zenny going around, Tori, Your Majesty. Where you at?
Tori just kind of like pokes over the side of the roof and watches Zenny struggle for a moment. And she kind of tilts her head. I get a better grip of the insides of the skirt, not just the outside.
Oh.
My cold heart.
It's like trying to give what little advice she can to somebody walking in a skirt when she generally flies.
Zenny's just rip. Like, I'm just going to tie this thing up. This is just in the way. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that I don't think the female satyrs usually wear the skirts. At least not like that. Not where I'm from.
No, and we don't where I'm from either. cumbersome.
And she watches for a second, and then she just kind of like goes to like move back over the awning, and then pauses. Did you need Misa for something? Are we going somewhere?
No, Doc's super sorry. He said he was a complete idiot and doesn't know how to keep his mouth closed and should have stayed behind.
Even if she passed high on the deception roll, there's no way in hell Tourmaline's believing that.
Okay,
That's
sure.
too much.
The no deception roll.
Like Doc actually admitting to everything he did wrong at once.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Okay, well, he would have said that, but I'm pretty sure he's scared shitless of you right now. So that should count for something.
And she just kind of get this kind of like blank stare for a moment, and she shakes her head. He's fine. And she kind of like disappears back over the awning again.
How tall is this awning?
I'd say it's like, we'll say 5 feet off the ground.
Okay, she's gonna like hike up her skirt and just jump on top of it.
There you go, mirthful leap, baby. Yeah, you do. You don't have to roll for it or anything. I'll just say it happened.
Well, I really don't know what all happened. I heard what he said happened. And if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine, but you don't need to be alone. So I'll just sit here and keep you company, or oh, I do need to tell you something. And she like looks around to make sure nobody's around.
Yeah, you're good.
She leans in, kind of whispers to her, Dad got a note. And we'll tell her what was on the note. So it sounds like we have a little more issues going on than whatever happened with the king or whatever. I don't know what needs to be done or what we should do. And I hate to put this on you, but I have no idea how any of this works.
Okay. Tourmaline listens, and you see her. She's actually is 100% paying attention to what you're telling her as far as the note and everything. And there's a moment where you see the gears like start turning in her head of her starting to try to piece things together. And then she like imagine like hears something from the soggy court like under the awning and just like flinches and looks away. I probably don't really know what to do with this either.
She seems so discouraged.
I know, and Zimmy's not the best at this. Well, what do you need me to do? Help me help you. What should I do? Like, this isn't a burden all for you. If you tell me what to do, I'm probably better at execution of some things than, say, Doc. Just
she just kind of shakes her head. Only thing we can do at this point is either decide to go with what the king has offered or find this person that they're talking about and see what he wants.
what the king offer that? Like,
If
I mean-
we return the book to Bavlorna,
mhm.
then we can go disguised as the Soggy Court. And apparently that's the only people she talks to.
Did the king say how he came into possession of this book? It just flew over into his lap. Is that what happened?
She kind of little tiny like snort. It's pretty much the like, yeah, that's pretty much what he said. Look, very clearly, she doesn't believe it, but
Yeah, Zenny gives the squinty that suspicious eyes. Well, we might could do both.
well, if we start a revolution and kill the king that's supposed to be vouching for us, then we can't do both.
No, but we could see what the other one says, and their reasoning behind it. I mean, have you guys sworn any allegiances yet, or?
No, not as far as I'm aware, unless there's a tradition I'm unaware of this court. Didn't really have the opportunity to learn much more.
Gotcha. Well, hell, you want me to go, I'm not very smart at this, but I think Tattle may be a little smarter than me. I'm willing to help you out however I can, Sugar. I just don't know what to do.
She just kind of sighs, and you can see like one of her hands. Like, the entire time she's had like both arms still wrapped around this book. She's not let it go. And she's seeing like one of her hands finally like lift up, and you kind of like run over her face. Like, oh god, I actually have to think about this. She like she looks tired. You've not seen Tourmaline look tired before. She looks tired.
Wow. Wow.
She'll just, Zenny just rubs her back and be like, I know this is, I couldn't do this every day if I had to. I don't know how y'all do it. This is ridiculous.
I tried not to, but apparently I can't escape it. She's very under her breath. I guess we need to find this Baron. He wouldn't be here if he was against the king. Perhaps the palace they mentioned, if that's where the nobles go?
Yeah, we can try there. I mean, we can always say that we're taking a tour of all of these fine lands, or whatever we want. I don't know.
It's close enough to what you could say. Stroke their egos, it usually works.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and call a 10-minute break here, so y'all can snack, pee, water, whatever you gotta do, and see you back here in 10.
All right. Woo.
I can never play a bard after playing alongside the mechanical proficiency of Tori and the actual like flavor sing-songy of Tattle. There's no shot. What am I gonna fucking do? A half-assed job of both?
That's a good place to start.
Tourmaline was supposed to be a poem and rhymes type bard. That didn't work out though.
I feel so bad for Tourmaline now. God damn it, Doc.
She was trying her best. That wasn't enough.
She was doing good for a while. Yeah.
I feel like both the fairies, the trauma just got triggered same session.
Yeah. Keep it all repressed. Keep it together.
Completely unintentionally, both the fairies are out of the game now.
As soon as we get out of the Sealy and Unsealy court, all of it is like just all this drama's intensifying. I thought we would be free, but no, it's just gotten worse. Like, how much PTSD can be triggered by frogs? Like, really?
Apparently, all of it. That's
Yeah.
the answer.
I think it's worse for Tori, though. I feel bad for her. She's like, does not seem like she's having fun.
She's been mildly stressed since they got off the fucking boat.
Oh no. Oh no.
About the only time she wasn't stressed when she was dumping mud in Doc's hair.
Good.
We can do that again if it's gonna make her feel better. We can do that again. I did save the mud. Just remember that.
Fucking random like jar of mud. Just gonna use it like 3 sessions from now.
Speaking of random things I've collected, I've got a bottle with a tiny bubble that contains gas that causes warts.
I'm sure we'll
And
figure out how to use
yet
that.
all the people you're encountering are frogs, so it's not like
Like, what's the worst that'll happen? The warts will jump off them and like attack us.
I don't know, don't give me ideas.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't give a DM ideas. She might get bored one day and decide to actually do that. Just fuck us over. Like, no. Don't talk about random shit that might be problematic when the DM is in the chat.
DM, when's my egg due?
Oh yeah.
It's still only been like 3 fucking days.
How long
How
has it been?
We really just need to have like the ambiguous the ambiguous
Stork.
like story amount of time pass. So it's like, yeah, we've been hiking for 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks of bonding that just happened.
Yeah,
Look how good
no.
friends we are.
DM, I've been walking with this Pokemon egg for forever. How many more steps?
I can't.
I'm messing with
tell
you.
You haven't actually taken as many steps because you fly.
Yeah.
I've been walking.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, he's like he's a fairy that doesn't use his wings, and that's like one of
flightless
his
fairy.
things.
He walks
Yeah.
unless Tourmaline has fussed at him recently to fucking use his wings.
Or if Tourmaline's flying, he'll fly if Tourmaline is flying.
Which is always.
I have reasons to not prefer flying.
Tourmaline doesn't touch the ground, especially since we're in the fucking swamp.
She's a lady.
Oh goodness.
It's nasty. Nasty, yucky.
I've got 3 other trinkets. I've got a thimble that helps you daydream when you wear it, an empty vial with corks on the top and bottom, a pouch of seeds that smell like home. That's it.
That one that helps you daydream is like the fucking ADHD's worst nightmare. I already have enough issues with that. Don't give it to Tourmaline nor to me.
I was thinking, put it on her finger or something and see what happens.
You think she's spaced out enough already?
For science, I would do it for science. So when is Joe and Matt, like, when are y'all gonna do a Disney musical also?
As Doc?
You're never
Yes.
going to get Matt to sing ever.
He doesn't have to sing. He can what's the word, like poetic speak, like words, but like
Soliloquy.
You're not gonna get him to do that either. Trust
spoken
me.
word.
Spoken word poetry, no.
Peer
I am-
pressure.
I am more incentivized to do it after your sterling performances, but Doc is, and he would be dead before
Yeah.
he ever
He
performs.
would die.
He's
Yeah,
he's gonna have
could
20 charisma and never sing.
you could
No.
maybe get a song out of Joe, but not Doc.
Yeah, Doc is too too hoity-toity and like not like it's beneath him
Now,
in
what
some
if
way.
it was the only thing that would make up to Tourmaline?
It would have to be very, very explicitly stated that this will work, and he might. He might.
Don't give Zenny ideas right now.
No, you're giving me ideas is the thing.
I want to hear Zenny do a musical too.
Oh,
I love-
it's very much Snow White with the little little birds that come up and like
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
See, I'm in that cursed generation. I hear Snow White shit, like Snow White singing, and it just makes me think of fucking Fiona from Shrek and the birds exploding.
oh
no.
no.
That's where
That
my
was
twisted
intense.
mind goes to.
That was an intense scene.
It was fucking great, though.
It was. Yeah.
Plague, you back? I take that as a no.
Who?
Plague.
Plug way.
Oh,
Walkway.
plug away.
um. So yeah, I guess one other thing I want to say about Tattle's outfit. He painted his shield to be green to match his outfit, and he put a ribbon on it like a present, just so it's nice. A shield for
Aw.
show. But he'll carry the shield around and look nice.
Since he has like the highest fucking DC in the group today.
Trying to think what else. Gentlemen, there's a funny meme. Oh god.
311 day. Amber is the color of your energy, baby.
Hey, does that mean Plague's back?
Or he just wanted to send a meme.
No, it said memes when you're not in fucking voice chat right now.
That is the perfect time to send memes because you don't have to take responsibility for the results.
I want to get back to the game.
Oh no, I've been here. Sorry, I forgot I muted myself. When I had to do a thing.
Yay.
We've been waiting.
Damn, y'all.
What a power move.
Like I haven't
Yeah.
left since I came back from my thing. My bad.
Welcome back. So yeah, we've just left off with Zinni and Tourmaline having a conversation, and they decided that maybe we should try to figure out who this Baron is and if we can find him. Now what?
I was saying that frog there is kind of how Chip is dressed at the moment. That's
Aw.
why I said that.
I
Ah.
fucking love it.
That's
Fucking love it.
He kind of looks like that.
It's like that
Except a
old,
little crooked bow tie.
the old
that.
children's book. I forget what it's called. It has like the toad. the
Frog and Toad.
Yeah, that one. I never read them. I just saw the covers, and I was always like, "Oh, those are kind of cute."
I like his eyes. They're a little haunted. And his no neck. I love it.
Haunted eyes. Oh my god.
He's seen some things.
And very sad looking face. Like just a frown from.
He's
from
seen a
cheek to
lot of Frog Kings decapitated.
He's like the one bullywug that does not actually want to be king because he's like, I've
Yeah.
seen one too many. I know what's about to come. Okay. So, I mean, I guess if the Tourmaline and Zenny have kind of decided that they need to go talk to this person, Normally just kind of like pick herself up and attempt to straighten herself out, look down at like the monstrosity that they added to her skirt, and
Oh.
just shake her head and like it's not worth it. And starts to fly off to try and collect the group.
Zinni will jump off and go straight to Doc and be like, and look down and kind of shake her head and be like, probably should go ahead and decide now what you would like to have on your tombstone.
You made it worse. You made it worse. It wasn't that bad. It was super not that bad before you went over there.
She's just feeling down. I think this whole situation is getting to her. I don't know if it was just you. So, I mean...
What about the situation is getting to her? The court? This
I
whole
think so.
joke of a... Oh. She does have a history with some court. I don't know shit about it, though. Only that it's there. She's got a... You know, now to think about it, she's got a whole hell of a lot of problems with royalty in general. She didn't even like the crown when he, like, gestures to his head. The Witchlight crown.
Yeah, that's true. So, and then you go and kind of make things worse for her. I mean...
I made things worse?
Yeah, I think
How did I make things worse?
I don't know.
I
You
didn't give
said
her a
you did.
crown.
No, not a crown, but you kind of like mouthed off to a king, right?
Well, you'd think that would make her happy, because she clearly doesn't like the royalty thing. Yeah?
Tori, as you're so now that you have had a conversation with Zinni, you're maybe feeling a little bit better, and you start to think back to, you start rethinking that whole situation with the king, and you think to what Doc said, and remember he said his lady was Veranestra, and
Oh,
suddenly memories begin
She
flooding.
100% clocked it. She I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
She already knows.
You remember.
She already knows. That's what I was rolling for randomly last session. She already
Gotcha.
knows.
All right. Excellent. Just wanted to make sure that stuck.
Yeah, she's clocked it. She's clocked it a while ago.
What does that mean?
You don't know, that was above the table.
Yeah, that was above the table.
Doc exists above all tables.
Anyway, we're gonna go find.
I think Joe just gets stuck in the accent.
I do. I kind of get stuck in the voice. I've literally been doing Doc voice for most of today and all of yesterday. When I was not in meetings, I was just doing Doc voice because I was like, I can get it better. It's not good. I can do better.
So, collect the party. Gather together.
Doc looks very defeated, but not like in a devastating way. Just like a, oh god, I thought I was doing a good thing. She hates kings, and I made this king look like an absolute fucking clown.
Well, she was trying to make she was trying to be, I don't know, professional with this, and you made her look like her people don't respect her.
That's why I told her that I'm not part of her people. I have a different lady I serve.
Yeah, but you can't just go and be like, I don't know.
That's why I tried to say that I was like a courtly advisor, so that I could be a little bit more distance from it all, you know? It's because I didn't want to damage her reputation.
Anyway, there's other things going on that you don't know about. And she'll go whisper in your ear about the note.
Doc, looks visibly confused, is like, oh, so it's time for the next king, yeah? What? It's not like it's a mystery. There's a bunch of spikes with talking heads.
We're not supposed to know about it, I don't think.
Who? What? Why did they give Tyler a fucking note then?
Why did you tell Doc?
Yeah, he literally can't keep a secret.
Because I'm going to strangle him if he does open his mouth.
Lord, have mercy.
I will carve
Can't
your
trust
tombstone.
anything with
I
that.
will carve your tombstone for you.
Well,
Put your
you don't-
hand over your chest and lay in the ground like this and do the ripstone.
I can't tell if you're joking or not. You're joking, right? You must be joking. You're not a liar.
I'm sure I'm joking.
Doc narrows his eyes.
But
You-
anyway,
Yeah, you all reconvene.
Okay. Reconvene over here with the party.
Oh yeah, Tattle flies in. He's flying this whole time right now.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, Tattle, if you want to rejoin the party at this point, you may.
Yeah, I use Presto, so I'm constantly like followed by like, well, I make like little like sparkles of like all different shades of green, and a few pink sparkles are like mixed in every once in a while. But yeah, I'm just chilling, looking soggy and fancy.
Yeah, so Tattle flies in this like fancy ass outfit, glitter flying off of him. How's everybody reacting to that?
Roomba's with me. Roomba's part of the team.
So what I was gonna say was Clapperclaw. Remember how Clapperclaw doesn't really want to get involved. They're gonna stay nearby, but kind of out of the way so that nobody sees them. But they'll follow you.
Tattle's like, y'all should check out Roomba's outfit. He's looking pretty dapper.
Yeah, so you can kind of see his head popping over this big log here, and he's kind of like looking at the party. He's got a little top hat and a little bow on.
Zinni just yells out, Roomba darling, you're the cutest ever.
Doc rolls his eyes, pretending to not be jealous of the attention. He also looks at his shirt and then looks at Tattle and just goes, "How come mine have to look like shit? That's not fair. Where did you get yours?"
I just put a little bit of, love and care into my outfit.
Well, why didn't they put love and care into my outfit that they made me?
I mean, they didn't put any in mine. They just threw something together. But
You're such a liar.
do you wanna borrow some thread and cloth? I mean, you got like how many couple minutes? I was almost.
I've got a lot of talents, Tattle, but thread and needles are not one of them.
Well, maybe I can pin like some sort of corsage onto your jacket. I mean, did you really have to keep the jacket? I mean, I like it.
Yes, I have to keep the jacket. This jacket.
I'm just asking. I don't got nothing against it. I really like it.
Well, why'd you ask if I had to keep it then?
I'm just asking.
He rolls his eyes.
So, what kind of color? Like, what kind of color corsage do you think? Because there's a lot going on with the jacket. A lot of colors. It's like patchwork.
It's mostly brown. It's mostly brown.
So
You could probably do something with like well, I don't know anything about color coordination.
let's just see if there's something floating in the river or growing nearby, like on our way walking. Let's just
You
walk
want to
and
pin a
talk.
lily pad to my shirt?
I mean, if it tickles your
That's
fancy,
my
dog.
thing. Stop that.
Look at. Oh my god! I look at.
Zinni will just tell
Sure.
Doc he looks very cute and boop his nose back.
Doc gets a little flustered and just
So, witch hunting time?
I think we're going to go take a tour of these fine lands. And she kind of tries to give Chip a obvious wink.
He doesn't know anything about the thing. Nobody told him. So
Yeah,
he's like, what?
he knows nothing.
Your
You
lady
should
won't
probably
take
all
the
have a group
floor.
discussion and get on the same
Oh my
page.
god.
Doesn't know anything. Do we really need to stop anywhere? I assumed we're all set to go. I mean, we gotta go get
Something
Clapper
in your
Claw's head back.
something in her eye? Why is she winking?
Oh, for Pete's sake, she'll like kneel down and whisper to Chip too.
Whisper to everyone. Whisper to the
Yeah.
whole group.
Everyone, come closer.
Alright.
Okay, after hearing the information now, being made aware of the situation, Chip
Oh.
is gonna look at everybody and he's gonna say, "Do we really need to get involved? I mean, we already have the book."
For some
And-
reason, I feel like we have to get involved because they just told Tattle with literally no lead up. They just handed him a note.
Yes, but I'm guessing they're probably asking for help with their revolution, and to be honest, I don't think most of us want to stay it.
I mean, you do have a point with that as well. Maybe okay. Let's just talk this out.
But we are.
Okay. So what are the pros and cons of this whole situation?
Con, we have to fight somebody. Pro, we already have the book and we can leave.
Yes, but how? Okay.
I don't know. I mean, we don't know.
I'm very
I
suspicious
suppose.
of how this book got here. Just like these like little fiery things in the balloon factory. Like this is
Well, I guess we should ask who has business with Bavlona first.
I figured we could just hold it over her head.
Well, I mean,
Like a ransom.
well, what did Bavlona steal from? Who are you again?
well, I think she has Doc's brother.
She
That's a good
probably
one.
has him. Or at least probably knows where he went. Or what he's
And
doing.
And Tattle and Tori, right, y'all? With Babylon?
No, it was Tori and Rex. Tattle's, I think, with yours.
I think
mine
I
is
was the only one with
Tabitha.
Moongrave.
Let me pull it up the list again because I have everybody written down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doc will also say, what she does definitely have is my lion / secret cape and shit.
Bavlorna has the writing, secrets, and toy.
Listen.
Skabatha has smile and then Chip's language.
Yep.
And then Indolin has your horns.
Yeah, I knew I was the one that was like the odd one out.
Yeah.
Although technically it's also that she's the same person that has the centaur
The
ladies.
centaur. Yeah.
And she also has our boy's head.
Moongrave?
Yeah,
I thought that was
Cloud.
Bavlorna.
Bavlorna has the
Bavlorna
skull.
has it. 'Cause it was stolen by Rabbit and he gifted
Agden.
it to her.
Yeah, she has it. Yeah, that's
This
right.
is why we should just roll up and kill her and just take all the stuff that she has, because she's
Well-
clearly got everything.
Well, no, I'm
Hold up.
saying is we have her book, and we were told by those heads that she values the book more than anything else. So I think
Yeah.
just trading her book for that and washing our hands of the rest of this is perfectly optional. That's the path I thought I would want to lay out. I feel like that's the simplest and easiest to do. If
I
anybody
mean,
else
I'm
has any other
fine with
course of actions?
whatever y'all want to do is fine. I have no idea how to do any of this, so I'm just follow y'all's lead.
So while all of this is happening, this might be a very bad idea. Tourmaline's probably been sitting up on Rex's shoulder, just kind of like listening and watching. And she's gonna kind of like turn away, and she's gonna open the book and see what's inside.
Yes!
Cool.
Knowledge is power.
Cool beans.
Yes!
Yeah. God, Joe.
Literally every time when I was doing a DMing for Call of Cthulhu sessions, I would always put a cursed book, and the first time I was like, just someone open it. It's never good. Open it.
Well, it's I'll just flat out say it's not a cursed book. No curses
Dang it.
are on it. But what it is pretty much exactly what you like. It's a burn book. It is a book full of people she hates and why she hates them. Some of them, she has a lot of stuff in there about like how she would ideally like a lot of ideas about how she could kill her sisters.
Whoa.
It does have King Gullop the 19th in there. Wrote down that he's a very weak leader. He's a joke of a man, and is just he could probably easily be toppled, but you know, and it has some of the previous Bullywug kings in there as having been assassinated by her.
It's just each of their names. It's like dork, loser,
Yeah.
weakling.
Dipshit.
Yeah.
And other than the bullywugs, is there anybody else that Tourmaline would recognize in there?
Yeah, there is what's their name? Morgort, the Knight of Warts. Her and Wigglewog, who is also in there, helped Sir Talavar escape. Of course, Wigglewog was killed in the balloon crash, but Morgort was captured and is being held prisoner in the prisons here, the Soggy Court prisons, essentially.
He's in the prisons. Oh, okay. I thought he was being held in a cage.
Who, Morgort?
Yeah.
No,
That was
the
just-
Doc's brother is being held in a cage.
Honestly, at this point, I'm just assuming everybody that's in, like, trapped by Scabatha is in the cage is fucking somewhere. Okay. That's gonna cause an issue. So, I guess upon seeing that, Tourmaline kind of, slowly closes the book and kind of listens to the argument that I'm sure is still ongoing for a second, and finally kind of leans forward a little bit.
Real quick before you say what you're going to say, I have to add another bit of information. Morgort, it essentially says in the book that Bavlorna is happy that Morgort will most likely die in a trial by combat at some point. Either she will die in a trial by combat or fight in so many trial by combats that she essentially loses her humanity, and Bavlorna is tickled at that idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Tourmaline will kind of lean forward and just kind of sigh. They do have someone here that we probably should help.
He's gonna look up to her.
You remember the Sir Talavar, this pixie or fairy dragon?
From the balloon and the cage and the tower with the snakes.
Apparently, somebody that helped him is being held prisoner at this court. And she's gonna actually turn very pointedly, looking at Doc.
Oh shit.
And those who help the summer court usually deserve kindness in kind.
Doc looks a little caught off guard. We'll say, well, huh. Suppose you're right, but, well, what do you, oh shit. He just, pinches the bridge of his nose. He's just so caught off guard by the series of like consecutive embarrassing things that he's been subjecting himself to.
So should we just ask to see their prison then? Is that possible?
There's no way that they would let that fly.
Yeah, it's like Tourmaline just like shoots Chip a look of like, you were there, right? You last time we talked to the king.
Listen, I thought things were going to go sideways, but Mr. Magic Hands waved
Well,
his
he
hand in
tried to
the
show you the prison.
Doc
He
looks over
tried.
at Chip and just goes, "Thank you for becoming big, by the way. Kind of really reinforced my point. Both you and Rex, really good at that. Really good at being very large when I need someone large behind me."
Well, I don't like to get large. I can't do it often. I got about one more in me, and then we're toast.
Huh. That won't fly. You know what? We could bribe them with some flies, I bet. And then enlarge them.
He's gonna look. Chip is gonna look at Tattle like he just said something really racist.
Oh no!
He's gonna give him that look. You know the look if you've done it.
And
Where's the look?
Tourmaline looks like she is slowly dying inside. And just like head in her
things
hands.
are happening.
What?
Because I'm not one of these people. I won't take offense to that.
Oh, did I say something? Doc's face. Not you too. Not you too. What? Okay. Tattle is just like
Wait.
embarrassed. He's blushing purple. He's like looks down with his yellow eyes and he's like, oh.
Tattle, wait. What tools do you have on you?
What kind of tools you need? And
Well, he's gonna pull out. Chip's gonna pull out his smithing tools. He's gonna say, "Do you have any carpenter tools or mason's tools?"
I can make some if you give me an hour.
I think I have an idea. And I'm gonna lay it out. So this is his idea. He's gonna ask to see these prisons as a token of good faith. Tattle and Chip will go down there and reinforce them because they're both crafters. And Chip is a member of a guild, so he could put in a good word for it. If you guys are okay with that idea.
I mean, not the worst idea.
Well, seems it's better than the idea Doc's got.
I mean, they just met us and y'all had a little kerfluffle with them. You think they want us tampering with their? I mean, it sounds like a great idea. Like, I mean, we are pretty skilled.
Token of good faith. The worst they could say is no.
Is it though?
The worst they could say is no. The worst they could do would be much worse.
The worst they could do is throw us into the prison, which would get us there anyway.
You know, they could say no and then up the guards and patrols.
Well, you know,
I do
like
have a
I
cure for
said.
that.
Well, I, in lack of a better option, I think we'd give it a shot.
There's always the old, tried and true stealth method too.
Y'all know, why
It's
don't I
very
just
strong.
try to steal some keys from a wuggy and try to unlock the cage or the prison?
Well, we gotta find it first. That's what I'm saying.
We're
I-
going
I-
on a tour, right?
I think that trying to avoid stealing would be a smart first move for this.
Well, not being seen stealing, because I think I can make like
Doc
a visibility potion.
Doc pulls his guitar over from he pulls his guitar over his shoulder and starts like plucking it and strumming something very, very quiet, and he looks at Tattled and nods to Tori as he talks and says, "You know, she's got a point. Stealing definitely not going to get us off on the right foot any longer.
So
I'm surprised you would think of something, Tattle. Think of that, Tattle.
Tattle just like shakes his head no, and he's like, I'm just trying to come up with ideas, just brainstorming. And then he's just like he's I don't know, he just looks
Well,
flustered.
instead of just asking to take us to the prison, we could ask to get a whole lay of the court, and if there's things that need repairs that we can help with, we can offer our services before we leave.
Not the worst.
Well, any other ideas?
No, Tattle just has some thieves tools. he's like he's like shows you his tools. He's like, I just got these thieves tools. I don't have any carpenter tools. I gotta make some. Hold on a second.
Tattle, not
Okay.
everything has to be violent or criminal. We don't have to resort to those type of things.
Well,
Ding,
I
Ding,
mean,
Look at you
ding,
getting
ding.
look at you getting indignant about it.
so I guess we'll take an hour for you to make a new
Uh,
set of tools to try this.
What
Unless you have
if-
another idea?
What if we're trying to get the prisoner out, right?
Mhm.
Isn't that whole like law of whatever here where you do something for somebody and they have to do something for you?
Huh.
What if we
Law of
gave
reciprocity.
the recipes?
Recipes.
What if
The reciprocals.
what if we gave the king the information about the usurper for the prisoner's freedom?
Oh.
Well, we'd be
I mean, we
doing
don't.
somebody in.
Well, we don't really want part of this revolution, do we?
No, I mean, we could just, take the prisoner off his hands and we'll just skedaddle and he'll have the information and that's his business what he does with it.
I'm in favor of that plan.
I mean, either way, somebody's gonna get knocked off.
And it's not our business. We're going to Bavlorna's with the book. We're off on our own thing. He can.
You know, it seems like we're just making a mess if we do that. Like making a mess and leaving it. That's not quite nice.
Well, we
Oh,
didn't join this court. This
Just
is
as
not-
valid as crime, Tattle. Not that I disagree with the idea. Personally, I'm a fan of making a mess and not having to clean it up. Doc is being transparently insincere, by the way. He is just doing this to both get under Tattle's skin and also because he's like trying to, in a really just roundabout, just ass on head way, kiss up to Tori so that he's like, anytime Tori
You're
says something
kissing
is
up
good,
to Tori by shitting on Tattle.
by saying like,
Yeah.
how could you think of crime? We're trying to save face here, Tattle. Don't do that.
Right.
Tattle-
Yeah.
Other than
Tattle,
Tori's
uh,
like comment about maybe let's not steal, she's again kind of just like sitting and watching, and she's not making much effort to engage. Staying on Rex's shoulder, probably flipping through the book again.
Think we should go with Zinni's plan.
Or here's another side of that same plan. We can meet with that Baron fella and say, hey, we'll help you, with your little revolution if you help us get rid of set the prisoner free. So it could go either way.
They don't want to tie my hands in a revolution, to be honest.
True, but I'm just saying, whatever side you want to play, the prisoner could be, part of that little. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Recipes.
Damn it, she wouldn't figure it out. Oh no.
I think we should just inform the king that we have this information, and for it, he can let the prisoner go. And we leave this place behind and don't look back.
Yeah, I mean, but we have to have his word that he will do that before we give him the information.
I think that's perfectly fine. Chip is gonna look to Tori, and
mean,
seeing
yeah.
how she's been distraught. The four of us could go take care of it, and you could stay here with the big guy. And he's gonna pat Rex on the shin, if that's all right.
I mean, and Tori, if you are not okay with this, we do not have to do it at all. You can just figure out something else.
Fuck, I'm gonna say it because I want to say it. Z, as a player, is wanting to say this, even though Tourmaline may not be smart enough to figure it out. But I need to.
Yeah, I mean, if you think it's gonna help progress, you
well,
know.
it's another wrench in the planning. But it's totally flipping through the book again and then reading the section about fucking want to kill this king. She'll kind of like pause, and you see her kind of like tilt her head, and she stays on this page for like a weirdly long time for how the like casual flipping through that she's been doing. But Florna really wanted this king dead. This usurper may be backed by Bavlorna.
So we can go ask. I mean, it doesn't hurt to go talk to the Baron and find out information before we do any of this.
And if he's backed, and she kind of like looks at Chip, if he's backed by Bavlorna, he may have more useful information than the king does.
I mean, we have her book. That's that. I believe that was the main point. But if you feel this is a good course of action, I won't. I won't go against it.
I mean, we still need to find out where more. I don't know what the name is because I don't know how to spell it.
Hold on, I got you.
There's M's and O's and R's.
Morgort. Do we know how Morgort looks like? Is he another frog person?
We don't know.
Okay.
And she's.
I think you know that she's a bullywug.
Now we know.
So she's like, we do really need to find out where Morgort is, though.
Well, then let's go finish our little tour. If we run across Baron McBoggy Pants, we will speak with them and find out if what you just said could possibly be the thing that we need to do. I don't know.
She's kind of nods and then goes back to flipping through the book.
Everyone, you can take a short rest as you've been here in the Soggy Court, kind of hanging around.
Okay.
Okay. Tattle makes carpenter tools for Chip. Or was it Mason? Whatever tools he wanted.
Mason's tools. I was
Mason.
saying.
Okay.
Neat.
I don't know if Joe was BRB when you said short
I
rest.
I am back.
Did you hear
Okay.
short rest?
I did hear short rest.
Because I knew you would be excited about that.
Yeah. Warlock life. I'm so glad I've been casting like at least one spell right around the time you've been like short rest. Thank God, Arwen.
Alright, so Chip. I guess we'll go with the first part of being asked to be shown around, and then we'll, if we meet the Baron, we'll meet the Baron.
Excellent. So yeah, how do you want to play that? Who are you gonna ask?
Chip is going to come over towards the king with Tattle, because Tattle is
Sure.
a captain.
Yeah. he would have probably come back over to his throne in the middle of the soggy court by now. And you're probably just like he's probably like kind of as you approach him, he's actually kind of falling asleep a little bit, and as you get close, he kind of like shakes. What? Assassin? What? Where? Assassin?
No.
Oh.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh.
About the rudeness earlier, I wanted to do a kindness for you, and he's going to pull Chip beside him. While I do guard Lady Tourmaline from all manner of wickedness, my friend and I here, and he's going to jiggle tattle, were actually carpenters and craftsmen of her section of the court, and we thought it would be prudent that we offer our services to you. And he's going to pull out his tools to show, like, hey, look, we have tools. And if there's anything we could, maybe fix up around here and tidy up, it would be an honor to do so for you.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy. Persuasion.
I don't know if I should help you.
What do you mean? I brought you
Do you,
here to
do you
help.
want help? Oh, so you give me the look like to help to like say something?
Yeah, this is a pitch.
Okay.
Here.
Tattle's gonna be like, protecting our fair Tourmaline. Well, it's more than just like being physical bodyguards. Like we actually gotta prepare a safe space for her. Wherever that may be, whether reinforcing her chambers, whatever keep she's staying at, or whatever makeshift places we make for her. Yeah, but we have the tools, we have the skills. We can reinforce your prisons, make sure whoever's in there can't get out, no one can get in.
All right.
No,
Yeah.
your other faculties.
Okay, you can roll with advantage because that'll help too.
Logic, just logic.
And one more.
Laying it out real thick.
Hey.
Yeah. So the king, as you are saying this, he's still kind of nodding off a little bit. He goes, "Reinforce our prisons. Oh, the prisons are made of the prisons are made of mangrove roots, so I don't know how
King.
one could fix those, but yes, I mean, if you're welcome to walk around the grounds as you see fit, and if you see anything that you think might need fixing, should be my guest. Thank you.
Yeah.
And if you see anyone suspicious looking, please tell me."
By all means. And he's going to look around and he's going to say, whoever gave this man, he's going to point to Tattle, his drink, do you mind showing us the way there?
Make a persuasion roll with disadvantage, please.
Everyone's like, we're off duty. We don't get paid for this.
Well, I mean, listen, somebody gave you that note, so I figured they would be eager to keep hanging around us, but I guess
I don't
not.
know. Did someone hand it to me? I mean, I just
It was
grabbed
in
what
the
was
glass.
laying
Hold on,
around.
I gotta.
Was
So
it
12?
Okay.
12.
I could have just picked it up off the floor. I don't know.
Yeah. So, nothing. There's no response.
Well, I guess we just have the lay of the land. And he's going to walk away slumpily as nobody has approached because.
You must keep in mind that these people are very cowardly. They're
Well,
noble.
I figured I was just asking for a guide, so.
Yeah, you're like persuasive, but it's like they're like, I don't feel safe.
They are intimidated by you.
Yeah.
You are half their size, yet they are intimidated by you.
So he's gonna walk back and he's going to relate to the group that we have the run of the place.
Tattle's gonna have a piece of paper and use magic to make little symbols to like show his mathematics and like formulas of like how the heck are they gonna like reinforce these mangrove roots? But then also in his mind he's like reverse engineering it. How can we take apart these mangrove roots and just the symbols appear on the page, move around as he needs, and he's just trying to figure out the best way to free this dude with like the knowledge, like the info that he was given, and like seeing what they have to work with. Or I could just use these tools.
I guess
Well-
we need to get going.
Let's go wander.
As you all you make your way out onto the grounds, of course, you all can only see 20 feet ahead of you at any given time because of the thick fog. However, if you just kind of keep going along what looks kind of like a dedicated path. It's not a manicured path by any means, but it looks as though this is a place where people pass through. And as you are all walking along, you come to a little branch in the road, and I will move everyone's buckets. Clapperclaw and Roomba are staying nearby, but out of sight as much as they can. So you all come to this kind of fork in the road. Since you can only see 20 feet ahead of you, what you can see is to kind of the south of you is a very large looking building, and to the east over here is a very small. It's a tree. It's a big tree hanging, like coming out of the fog.
Well,
Big tree sounds like it mangrove roots and shit. You gotta have a big tree, so
Doc is gonna start walking towards the building because why the fuck would he care about a tree?
Excellent. Doc starts going off that way. Where's everybody else going?
I didn't conquer.
Doc also is not like he's not making a point to ignore the tree. He just starts assuming that we're going to the house, and everyone's all stopped at the road. And he's just like, "The fuck are y'all doing?"
Yeah. He's gonna go off this way. He's gonna give a thumbs up.
Okay.
Doc, are you still going towards the building, or are you going to start following your teammates who are very clearly going the opposite direction?
Yeah, Doc will follow them. Be like, guys, you know that the building's over there, right?
I was hoping for the split the party, the smalls and the talls.
What is
Oh,
this
boy.
place?
All right.
No, Roomba.
Narumba, what are you doing?
Roomba, no.
So, rising from the soggy earth is a sturdy wooden hut with an open doorway on one side of it. At the back of the hut are two holding cells. Thick mangrove roots serve as bars, with a small round door closing off each cell. So there is, like, over the hut is the big tree that kind of wraps around it, and the roots are going down into the hut, serving and then making these cells. The floor of one cell is covered with several inches of stinking water. The other cell holds a figure in rags slumped against the back wall. As of right now, there are no guards there.
Alright, Data flies in, looks around.
Yeah, so I'll just put I will put a there.
Chip is gonna peek in. He's gonna peek out. He's gonna look to everybody. He's like, I think we found him.
Yeah. This slumped figure is against the back wall, facing away from you all.
Hey, What's your name in there?
The figure slowly turns their head, and you see a feminine bullywug. She says, "Who are you?"
Well, just a friendly Saga prince. And Tattle like takes out some food wrapped in a little handkerchief and like offers it to them and offers them some alcohol that he brewed like from the other night. He just kept it in one of his bottles. And just gives it to them if they want it.
She turns around and she's like, "Is this how you're going to kill me? I thought I was going to be able to go fighting my way out."
I don't no, you don't have to worry about me killing anything. All right. If I had my way, I'd rather see you alive and free. I just need to figure out the best way to get you out of here. And then he like looks at the mangrove roots.
Yeah, what is everybody else doing?
Rex is
Oh.
gonna walk right up to the cage and start tugging on the roots to see if he can open it.
Sure. Yeah, make an athletics check.
Doc's gonna try to shuffle everyone so that they're inside. Just like, come on, go inside.
I can help a little bit, Rex, if you want. I've got this thing that will is it magical roots, or because Wither and Bloom
Just regular roots.
says non-magical vegetation in the area where Wither and Bloom is cast withers away.
Let me see if there's any further notes on the mangrove roots.
If you wither it, I can. Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, it'll be easier to snap anyway.
Good point.
Okay, yeah. So, Rex, you pull on the roots, and you feel like you can almost get it, but they're just holding real tight. And Zinni, yeah. Go if is there like an area of effect or something on it?
Yeah, hold on, I'll put it in the thing.
What time of day is it, by the way?
It's probably getting close to evening time now. You've been in the Soggy Court for quite a few hours at this point. So I'm going to say it's probably about 4 or 5 p.m.
Gotcha.
It's a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point. And this is a creature of my choice, but if I don't
Okay.
pick a creature and I just pick the
Yeah.
vegetation.
Yeah, absolutely. So you cast the spell, and yeah, the mangrove roots begin to dry and shrivel up. And Rex, go ahead and make another roll as that gives you advantage.
Eat.
Perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
You absolutely, yeah, that was exactly what you needed. You rip them straight out, and the knight is looking at you all with just a flustered look, and she's like, "Truly, you're setting me free?"
I like.
Tourmaline will just kind of fly up a little bit closer, like beside Tattle, I imagine, and she just kind of smiles, says, "When you do a good turn for the summer court repays the favor."
Um, and she just like kind of looks at you with awe. You you are part of the summer court like Sir Talavar.
Mm.
Hmm.
Tourmaline kind of like pauses and then gives a small nod.
I see. I thank you very much for my freedom, and please call on me if ever you need help.
Actually, there's a question you can answer, perhaps.
I will, to the best of my knowledge, my lady.
Would you happen to know a Illig by chance?
Illig. Let me see. I don't think it says anything about that in here, but I feel like it would make sense for her to know Illig.
Oh, speed running.
Well,
Break the game.
yeah.
Well, I'm shocked that that's not not immediately planned because I figured that everyone would go for that, right?
Yeah.
No. Just fight the Frog King. Just fight
Well,
it.
because she's against Bavlorna. Illig is against the king, which means he could be working for Bavlorna. So, yeah, I'm gonna say that no, I know no one named Illig.
That's unfortunate, but thank you all the same.
Look, I will give you a little piece of advice. If you need to get out of Downfall in a hurry, I suggest that you steal the balloon that is down that way. And she points she points in the direction that you all came from,
Mm.
which was the damaged balloon that the bullywugs were working on.
Well, if I recollect, we saw a damaged balloon over yonder. That might have been the fastest way out of here, unless they've got it repaired. Or are you talking about a different balloon?
Oh no, that's the balloon I'm talking about. In fact,
Right.
I'm a balloon pilot. If I can help you escape in that balloon, I will. I'll stay near there and look out for you all, just in case.
Should
Zenny will cast on her pass without a trace right now so she can skedaddle without being caught.
She bows and thanks you.
I don't know. I wanna give her I don't know what to give her. I got nothing. Fuck.
Oh, I can give her the cupcake.
Is that the one that gives you invisible or fly?
Yeah, that's the
Invisible.
invisibility one.
Oh,
The fly is the pixie dust.
I
yes.
still I have two of those, so I could just
Oh wow.
Doc will pull a little pouch of one out of his pocket.
And I still
He's
have the spider climb spider, and I don't remember what
Whoa.
the fucking wizard doll does, but I have a wizard doll too.
Excellent. So Rex, you hand her the cupcake and
Yeah.
she looks at it, she's like, well, I haven't eaten in a while, but
Oh, you're gonna want to save that. That's gonna make you invisible.
oh, haha. Very
So
nice.
hold on to that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it'll make you and your hunger disappear.
Well, if there's anything else, or if there's not anything else that you need from me, I'm going to make my way back that way.
Do be careful on your way back.
Stay safe,
She,
pilot.
she nods and shoves the cupcake in her mouth. It goes invisible and leaves.
We should probably all leave as well.
Yes,
don't
I
wanna
didn't
be
know we were
caught
doing a
here.
breakout.
Yeah, we don't want to be caught here.
Let's skedaddle.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
where? Where are we going?
where we're going.
Yeah. So
Towards the other building.
yeah, you've got the other building, but as you all walk out of the building,
Are we passing without a trace though, or
I can do it on us real quick.
as
Need
you
a
all
long rest.
as you all come out of the building and you kind of are at the side of the building, Tori, you notice what looks like a large balloon
ooh,
in the air. It's like big gray balloon, or big black balloon floating over the lake. And it's tethered to to the pier. And then like beneath it is a basket made of black wicker and wood. And it's like it's made into like a merchant stall. It's like a makeshift merchant stall. And there's a large pane of gray glass drawn close across an opening over the counter. And it reads wondrous wares and fair fares. And as you look closer at the balloon, it's not made of fabric. It appears to actually be a rolling dark rain cloud that is somehow contained within lines and netting.
I want that.
And I will show you what that looks like.
Holy shit, that's so cool!
Yo.
Why is this so epic?
Come on.
Let's go.
Are we,
Yeah.
are we
I
talking
got
about
no
it being over like here?
Yep.
Okay.
Does Zinni just race off?
Yeah, like OMG, storm cloud balloon. Like I have to figure out how they do this.
Doc will chase after,
Ooh.
because that is really fucking cool.
All of a sudden, the party is going off the rails because they saw a fucking cool ass balloon. Yeah, and it's got like you can see it because it's lighting up with like these streaks of lightning that are passing through it.
Really don't
Holy
think it's a good idea
hells.
for us to stay here.
First
Is there
time
somebody
Tourmaline's
there?
not darting off to something.
Oh no.
She's like,
Tattle's gonna like try to hold her hand and like help her get to this place and keep up with the others. Like, we gotta check this out. Like, come
Is there
on, Tori. Come on.
and
Who's
Tourmaline
in?
just kinda, like,
Who's at
follows.
this?
All
Why is
right.
it so
So
big?
Zinni, as you approach the little shop, there are two small. They almost look like goblins, but not quite.
Mhm.
I actually did not. Let me save
Are-
this.
Are they by any chance gnomes?
Hold on one second. I'm gonna upload it and show y'all.
Man, I wish there was like. Oh god, that totally derailed my thought. That is horrifying.
Yeah, but they're just sitting there. They're not like they don't really look super intim. Like, yeah, they're kind of ugly, but they seem to be the people manning. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Okay, yes. There's two. Yeah. And they're just kind of they just kind of look at you like, "Oh, hey, Clip Clop 1 and Clip Clop 2."
Doc looks like he like scrunches his face, just like, oh, is that what it's like to be nicknamed?
What brings
Zinni
you
will just
here?
grab Doc's hand and like drag him back over.
Oh.
We're gonna like, well, hey y'all, what are y'all doing? How did y'all get this awesome thundercloud balloon thing?
Hey now, information costs money,
Money?
or whatever else you think, might be worth something.
Doc will pull out. He has a dagger. He's like, is this worth anything to you? Like, kind of neat.
He kind of leans forward and he's like, it's not usually what do you say, physical things that we're after.
Doc
And
has
he
a moment. Sorry, go ahead.
And he looks like at you straight in the eyes and goes, "You got really nice color to your eyes there, Bucko."
Doc, this is the first time you have seen Doc like stricken with this almost fear. He reflexively like squeezes tight on your hand, Zinni, and he just lost all of his composure and all the color in his face.
Well,
And
considering he's
his
lost all the
speechless.
color in his face, is there something less that?
Tourmaline will kind of like scoot a little bit closer. You accept gold though, right?
We will if we gotta, but yeah, no. And as you approach, you see a sign hanging below the counter that has this text on it. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, I don't like that. Why do you do that?
Tattle takes out his credit card.
He's an artificer. You would have one.
I'm assuming all of you have dark mode on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, I
That just
have not
affects.
this entire time because I forgot to click it.
really?
Yep. Usually, yes. I just forgot to click it today.
All right.
But okay, it's on now.
What's this called again?
I'm just so used to like Roll20 looking only one way and not having an option. It's like I forget
Blinding.
it exists.
So this is what the sign says below the counter, Tourmaline.
Wow.
Wonderful. Okay.
What is the very? Do these do anything? Great for starting fires, but the thimble, is it just a thimble?
Fingertip not included.
Hmm.
What it says is what it says.
I'm sorry. Does the finger normally come included? Why is this?
I
different?
mean, around these parts.
How much gold would you want for the thimble?
Oh, well.
There's a ear pie, dry wood, which ink portraits thing. Is everybody here can see in the dark, right? Or no?
I don't
Doc
think so.
Doc has the Eldritch Devil Sight. He has Devil Sight.
The fairies
Okay.
don't naturally, so.
I don't think I do, but I think I can turn into something that might.
But why
Rex
would
has
you want to wear a
torches.
monocle? Yeah, we got.
I have it because of my one of my runes that I have carved into my thing.
But I mean, that monocle's a little gaudy. I mean,
Hey,
We still gotta figure out where we're starting in the price range here before we start talking about things that might actually be useful.
Well, they said they don't take gold, and then commented about Doc having
Yeah.
real pretty eyes. So
Well, they
Doc
said-
is like,
have the color of his eyes.
They
You
didn't
can't
say
have that.
no to the gold. They just said not unless they have to.
this is true. This is true. But Doc is like, kind of putting Zinni between him and
Yeah,
them.
she'll stand protectively in front of you.
He says, for the thimble, let's do like, I don't know, 100,000 gold.
What?
Yeah.
I have 8.
That's not gonna do it, big guy.
I was
What
willing,
about?
I was willing
do
to
you
be
want,
sugar
like-
mama for this group because I have gold. But
about-
yeah, no.
What about berries that can heal you? That's a good item.
How about you show me your best dance there, darling?
wait a second. I mean, he might try to take your dancing, and we can't have that. 'Cause
Oh, yeah. Are you just like are you like taking my dance, or are you just like watching the
I'd
dance?
like the rhythm in your step.
Oh no. Um,
Look, her clops won't be clipping the right way if you
I
take her
know.
jig in her jive.
Well, that's
Um,
the price.
Oh,
You could
oh,
give me just one little thing, like the rhythm in your step or the color of your eyes, and you could have anything. Well, one. It's a one for one thing.
Chip walks forward and says, "You can take the color in my eyes with his pure
No,
black
Chip,
eye."
we don't even know what this stuff does.
Yeah, except he has black eyes. He doesn't give a shit.
oh my god.
Really, you gonna give me the color of your eyes?
Yeah, you can have the color of my
All
Tourmaline
right.
no, don't do that, Chip.
He starts
Okay.
producing a small marble out of his hand, and
Chip, no, don't do that.
Daddle's like, well, actually, mathematically, black is like all the colors mixed in together in the spectrum. Blah, 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 blah,
So
blah,
we
blah,
should
blah.
get all of these things for those colors, right?
you're clever. I like that. And he holds the marble up to near Chip's eye and goes, "He'll be mine." And the you all see the blackness just be kind of sucked out of Chip's eyes and into the marble. And now Chip's eyes have become it says transparent.
So gray, kind
I'm
of?
thinking like yeah, like it looks like like gray.
Cool, I got gray eyes.
Yeah.
Look kind of like dead in a weird
Yeah.
way.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Chip's hot.
Got them gray looking eyes.
I totally should have known that they meant literally like they want the color from Doc's eyes. But my first understanding of that was like a very overtly weird flirt.
Oh,
Which is why
God.
Doc reacted the way he did, because he was like that was a thing.
Did this thing
For
just come on to me?
My terrified reaction was more of like, oh, they're gonna make it to where you can't see color.
No, they said the color of your eye, not the color in your eye.
Yeah, but
yeah.
the fairies say weird things
Yeah,
and
yeah.
mean other things, though.
Well, I think most of the time it's
So
literal. If they're saying the color of your eye, the color in your eye, they're taking your sense of color. They're very particular with these things. I hate fucking Fae. That's why
yet
So
you joined a
yes.
Feywild campaign.
because I study them because they're you got to know what to say. Very particular with your
So
words.
what do you want from the menu?
And he's going to look at them. Can I get descriptions of what these things do, if possible? You've already taken
No.
my eyes. You've taken my color.
Look, it is what it is. Look
What
at
is
the
what is
description. The descriptions are already on it. You see,
but what
very good
is
symbol. Fingertip not included. That's the description. Mugga Bumblebee has a nice sting to it. That's the description. That's what it does.
what does it do? This is what
What
it
do you
does,
mean?
but
What
what
does
does
it
it do?
do? That's
What
what
does
it
it do?
do. That's what
Gotta
it
do.
do.
That's what it
it
do.
has a sting to it. I really do see his logic. I mean, it's pretty flawless. Damn.
So, can you put that list up again?
Oh yeah. Did it go away?
Yeah, I closed it. I'm
Oh, you're doubling down on whatever's on the menu.
gonna take the ink portraits.
All
Oh God, that
right.
was a mistake.
I'm so
Ink
excited for this.
portraits. Ink portraits. All right. So what he does is, he reaches underneath his counter, pulls out a parchment, pulls out a big old ink pen, and just kind of just crazily like like almost cartoon like starts drawing.
Does a caricature.
And yeah, he gives it. He turns it around, gives it to you, and it's just a very horribly. It doesn't even look like you at all. Like it may vaguely be frog shaped. He goes, "There you go, finest art in the whole of the Feywild.
So
That's
Chick,
gonna be worth something. I call myself Ranksy."
All
Oh
right.
god.
Oh Lord.
Chip, Chip, Chip takes it, looks at it, and goes, "Wow, this is worthless."
Tarmoine just like face palming in the back of the group again. Oh god.
So he's going to fold the paper, put it in his pocket, and walk away. Well, I've sold my soul.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
No.
Well, I mean, you didn't want anything in exchange for that portrait,
He gave me the color from his eyes.
so.
I got gray eyes.
So what you gonna do with that color? I'm just curious.
Whatever I want.
That
What are you, the fucking police?
Oh, nah. I ain't no police.
Damn, asking all these damn questions.
Well, I'm just a bit curious. Can I hop in there and take a look around?
Look at the sign. It tells you what we got.
Take the ink portraits.
I have half a mind to fly into that cloud and just take a look what's inside.
I don't recommend that.
You might get struck by lightning. Zanny looks just a little bit let
All right.
down and depressed about this, and is like just gonna walk away.
So Tattle points to the mug. He's like, what you want for the mug?
Well, let's see here. Well, I already got some eye colors.
And I can't part with my rhythm. Kinda need that.
Your rhythm, huh? Let's see here. What else could you give up? What do I
Oh,
want? How about your most painful memory?
Mm.
I'll take it off your hands.
wow. Tattle's just like um wow.
Good or
Tarmoine
bad, if you
immediately
know.
goes back and was like grabs Tails. Don't give him any of that.
Tattle just looks very conflicted. He furrows his eyebrows and looks at Tori like in her eyes. He just has like a hurt look in his eyes.
Mm.
Things hurt, but they make you who you are. You forget it. You're different.
All right, Tattle just like holds Tori's hand. He'll like weave his fingers with hers, and he calms down. He gets his emotions right, and he looks over to the Darkling, and he's like, "That's a bit of my blueprint. I gotta keep with me. I don't think I'd be the same without it."
I
Tempted,
understand. I understand. I already see someone took your smile. Who did that to you?
Scabby, I believe.
Is that so?
Yeah. Too bad she didn't take my frown, huh? And Tattle laughs real awkwardly.
Yeah, them sisters, they're something, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope you get your smile back.
You know what, friend? You're not so bad. Well, hope you get some more deals and well, find some more customers. And Tattle's
And
ready to go. He's got all he needs.
Like Tarmoine just like squeezes his hand and
Oh,
kind of bumps his shoulder a little bit. Like tried to like show her approval without saying anything.
Tettle waves a shield hand to the Darkling, and he's walking off with Tori.
All right. And I think that is a perfect place for us to end tonight's session.
Wholesome. Oh.
Very fun.
I lost
Super
my eyesight.
fun.
Super fun. No.
My eyesight.
Can't see.
Ship strayed further from the lights with each
Chip,
mean,
the
you know,
secret,
he wasn't
the
using it.
secret big bad of this entire fucking campaign. He's just slowly devolving down.
I'm so glad you took the ink portraits because that's exactly what I wanted.
Mm.